Hello, this is Mindar from Green Thumb Productions, and today I'd like to show you how to do one of the simplest ways of propagating plants, and that is through a stem cutting. Now, there are several plants that you can do a stem cutting from. African violet's one, a jade plant is another. Now, stem cuttings can actually be started by rooting them in water, but I'm going to show you two other techniques that you can utilize to get stronger roots on your cutting. Now, the first thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to properly cut the stem. Now, when you take a stem cutting, you need to do it at an angle. Now, the reason for this is an angle cut actually creates better roots. And on the parent plant, it prevents any type of water pooling, which is very important. If the water pools on the stem, it will actually cause the stem to rot. So like I said before, you can actually do a stem cutting and root it in water, and that's just simply sticking this in water like this. Now, if you utilize this technique, you need to make sure that none of the leaves are in the water. If that is the case, you need to remove the leaves. If you leave the leaves in the water, it actually causes a bacterial problem that will eventually kill the plant. Now, another technique that you can use is you can actually use a rooting hormone, and that's what I actually have in this box. And the rooting hormone itself is antibacterial, antifungal, and has some other substances in it that will actually help the roots develop. And how you utilize this product is you get the stem wet, you stick it in the rooting hormone, you get a good coating on the stem, and then what you're going to do is you're going to place it into soil. Now, you can place it in a soilless mixture. You just need to make sure that you keep the planting medium moist. And then in about 3 to 4 weeks, this stem cutting will actually be rooted, and you can then transplant it or do the next step that you plan to do with the cutting. If you don't have rooting hormone and you don't want to do the water rooting method, you can actually use honey. Now, honey itself is an antibacterial and antifungal substance. And how you utilize this is you would put a little honey on a plate. You would not get the stem wet. You're just going to simply dip it in the honey, and then you would put it in the planting medium and keep it evenly moist, just like you would do with the rooting hormone. So until we meet on the garden path again, this has been Mindar from Green Thumb Productions.